The air shimmers, not with heat, but with the echoes of a song. It is a melody that lures, that promises, that ultimately destroys. This is the tale of the Sirens, not as mere monsters of myth, but as a potent force, a haunting metaphor for the irresistible allure of the unknown, the perilous beauty of forbidden knowledge. Their lineage is shrouded in the mists of time, some claiming their father was the river god Achelous, others the primordial Phorcys, the old man of the sea. Their mother too remains elusive, a muse perhaps, or one of the earth's ancient daughters. They are not simply creatures, but an embodiment of a primal energy that resonates deep within the human psyche. They are not born of a clear line, but emerge from the primordial soup of ancient belief, figures of elemental power that defy easy categorization. Imagine a sound so delicate at first, like the whisper of silk against stone, growing, swelling, until it enfolds you in its intoxicating embrace. It is not merely a voice, but a tapestry woven from every unfulfilled longing, every forgotten dream, every whispered wish. Homer, in his immortal epic, the Odyssey, offers us the most renowned encounter, detailing Odysseus's desperate measures to navigate their perilous embrace. First you will come to the Sirens, Circe warns the hero, who bewitch all men who come to them. Whoever ignorantly draws near to them and hears the sound of the Siren's voice, never does he go home, but his children stand around him and mourn. This passage, oft quoted, provides a crucial insight into their power. It is not physical force, but psychological mastery. Their song does not chain the body, but ensnares the mind, rendering the listener incapable of rational thought, consumed by a yearning so profound it transcends the will to live. The brilliance of Homer's depiction lies in its focus on the internal struggle. Odysseus's men are not physically coerced, they are mentally overwhelmed, their very will eroded by the Sirens' hypnotic art. This is the true horror of the Sirens. They exploit the deepest vulnerabilities of the human spirit, turning longing into a fatal flaw. Yet, what exactly was the content of this irresistible song? Was it a simple melody, a complex aria, or something far more insidious? The conventional wisdom suggests they sang of the future, of hidden knowledge, of forgotten truths. But what if their allure lay not in what they offered, but in what they reflected? What if their song was a perfect echo of the listener's deepest, most unspoken desires? The Sirens, as the classicist Jane Ellen Harrison posited, are the embodiment of the temptation of knowledge, not of mere sensual pleasure. This profound interpretation elevates them from mere seductresses to a philosophical challenge. They don't promise riches or physical delights. They promise the ultimate intellectual gratification, the unraveling of the universe's grand design, the answer to every question that plagues the human heart. To hear their song is to be offered a glimpse behind the veil of existence, and for minds driven by curiosity and the pursuit of understanding, this is a temptation far greater than any earthly pleasure. The very idea that they offer ultimate knowledge is a terrifying one, for it suggests that the human thirst for understanding can be as destructive as any physical vice. They represent the ultimate intellectual abyss, the place where the relentless pursuit of truth leads to self-annihilation. Their song is not just a melody. It is a meticulously crafted, personalized narrative of ultimate fulfillment, tailored to each individual listener's deepest, most unacknowledged needs. Consider the human craving for certainty, for an understanding of one's place in the vast cosmos. The Sirens, in this light, become the ultimate oracle, the keepers of absolute truth. But this truth comes at an unbearable cost, life itself. The shipwrecked bones on their isle are not merely the remnants of foolish sailors, but the stark monuments to those who succumbed to the insatiable hunger for knowledge at any price. This fatal embrace of enlightenment highlights a chilling aspect of human nature: the potential for self-destruction in the pursuit of an ultimate, unattainable ideal. The allure is not in the pleasure of the sound, but in the promise of ultimate clarity, a promise that proves to be a mirage, leading only to the watery grave. This is the tragic irony of the Sirens' victims. They seek ultimate enlightenment, only to find eternal darkness. The bones that litter their shores are not just physical remains. They are the shattered fragments of human ambition, the physical manifestation of intellectual hubris. This graveyard of desires underscores the profound danger of seeking absolute answers in a world that thrives on mystery and uncertainty. Beyond their famed encounter with Odysseus, the Sirens appear in other, less frequently explored myths, further enriching their complex narrative. One fascinating, though often overlooked account ties them to the myth of Persephone. When Hades abducted Persephone, her mother Demeter, in her grief, transformed her companions, the Sirens, into winged creatures as a punishment or a means of searching for her lost daughter. This origin story, found in Apollonius of Rhodes's Argonautica, paints a very different picture. Here, their transformation is not a consequence of their malevolent nature, but a result of profound sorrow and a desperate, ultimately futile search. It imbues them with a tragic dimension, suggesting their haunting song is not solely an instrument of malice, but perhaps a lament, a mournful cry for a lost innocence, a lost purpose. Their transformation from human companions to winged enchantresses could be seen as a symbol of how deep sorrow can transform and distort, leading to an isolation that breeds a unique, captivating, yet ultimately dangerous power. This origin story casts them in a new, melancholic light. They are not born evil, but become dangerous through an act of profound grief and loss. Their song, in this interpretation, becomes a manifestation of unresolved sorrow, a beautiful and terrible expression of a shattered past that ensnares others in its mournful echo. This connection to Persephone also subtly hints at their association with the underworld and the realm of the dead. Their isle, surrounded by bones, mirrors the threshold of the afterlife, a place where the living and the dead converge. Their song, therefore, might not just be a promise of knowledge, but a beckoning towards the ultimate unknown, death itself. In many ancient cultures, music played a vital role in funerary rites and the transition to the afterlife. Could the Sirens' song be a twisted echo of these sacred melodies, guiding souls, not to a peaceful rest, but to a perpetual state of longing and oblivion? The Sirens are beings of the threshold, observes mythologist Joseph Campbell, standing between life and death, inviting the initiate to pass beyond the known. This liminal quality makes them even more potent. They exist in the spaces between, in the in-between moments of choice and consequence, their song a siren call to step over the precipice into the great unknown. This perception of them as guardians of a perilous threshold adds another layer to their complexity. They are not merely temptresses, but facilitators of a transition, albeit a fatal one. Their location, a literal borderland between life and death, imbues their song with an otherworldly power, making it a bridge to the ultimate mystery that all humans face. Consider too the ancient Greek understanding of the soul and its journey. For many, the soul was believed to be carried away by winds or borne across waters to the land of the dead. The Sirens, with their avian form and maritime dwelling, perfectly embody this liminal state. Their wings, often depicted as feathered and powerful, suggest a connection to the aerial realm, while their location on a rocky island firmly anchors them to the sea. This duality makes them figures of both ascension and descent, of liberation and entrapment. Their song, then, might be interpreted as a mystical journey, a soul's passage, not to a blissful afterlife, but to a perpetual state of longing and unfulfilled desire, a beautiful yet agonizing purgatory. The juxtaposition of their wings, symbolizing freedom and transcendence, and their island, symbolizing rootedness and entrapment, is crucial. They offer a flight from earthly constraints, but this flight leads not to liberation, but to an eternal stasis, a purgatory of unfulfilled dreams. Their very existence embodies this paradox, the promise of ultimate freedom that delivers ultimate confinement. The Argonauts, in their quest for the Golden Fleece, also face the Sirens, but their encounter takes a different turn thanks to the intervention of Orpheus. As their ship, the Argo, approached the treacherous waters, Orpheus, the legendary musician, took up his lyre and played a melody so exquisite, so powerful, that it drowned out the Sirens' song. This pivotal moment is not just a testament to Orpheus's musical prowess, but a profound statement on the nature of art and its ability to counteract destructive forces. Orpheus's music, writes literary critic Walter Burkert, represents the triumph of order and harmony over chaos and destructive passion. It suggests that beauty, when wielded with purpose, can overcome even the most potent temptations. Orpheus's melody was not a denial of the Sirens' allure, but a more profound, more enriching alternative. It offered a different kind of transcendence, one that leads to life and creation, rather than death and oblivion. This episode is a crucial counterpoint to Odysseus's encounter. While Odysseus resorts to physical restraint, Orpheus offers a spiritual alternative. His music doesn't just block the Sirens, it replaces their destructive harmony with a life-affirming one, demonstrating that the only true antidote to profound temptation is a more powerful, more compelling form of beauty and meaning. The very name siren has permeated our language, becoming synonymous with irresistible allure and deceptive danger. We speak of siren calls in advertising, in politics, in any situation where a promise of something desirable leads to a potentially harmful outcome. This linguistic legacy speaks to the enduring power of their myth, its ability to resonate across millennia and apply to contemporary human experiences. The Sirens are not just figures of ancient folklore, they are archetypes, embodying universal themes of temptation, desire, and the perilous pursuit of unattainable ideals. But what of their physical appearance? While commonly depicted as bird women, ancient Greek art often portrayed them with human heads and bird bodies, or even as purely human women, sometimes with wings, sometimes not. This fluidity in their iconography suggests a deeper symbolic meaning than a mere monstrous form. The bird-like qualities might symbolize their freedom, their ability to traverse realms, but also their predatory nature, their capacity to snatch away life. Their human faces, however, make them relatable, a reflection of our own humanity, reminding us that the temptation they represent comes from within, mirroring our own desires. The Sirens were not just bird women, notes art historian Larissa Bonfante, but composite creatures, reflecting the hybridity and uncanny nature of the divine in ancient Greek thought. This composite nature further enhances their enigmatic appeal, blurring the lines between the familiar and the uncanny, the human and the divine. The hybridity of their form is key to their symbolic power. They are neither fully human nor fully animal, neither fully earthly nor fully ethereal. This in-between state makes them unsettling and alluring simultaneously, a visual manifestation of the internal conflict they evoke in those who hear their song. The Sirens' legacy extends far beyond ancient Greece, influencing literature, art, and music throughout history. From medieval bestiaries to Shakespearean plays, from pre-Raphaelite paintings to modern fantasy novels, their image and their song have continued to captivate and inspire. They appear in Dante's Inferno, tempting the damned, and in works by Tennyson and Poe, their haunting presence a testament to their enduring power over the human imagination. This continuous reinterpretation and adaptation of their myth speaks to its timeless relevance, its ability to reflect and refract the evolving anxieties and desires of different eras. Each generation finds new meaning in their song, new ways to understand the perilous allure of the forbidden. Their enduring presence in art and literature across centuries is proof of their universal appeal. Moreover, the environment in which they dwell is as crucial to their mystique as their song. Their rocky island, often depicted as barren and treacherous, stands in stark contrast to the alluring beauty of their voices. This paradox underscores the deceptive nature of their temptation. an oasis of beauty in a landscape of desolation. The bones of their victims are not hidden. They are displayed, a grim testament to the fatal consequences of succumbing to their charm. This macabre tableau serves as a constant, silent warning, yet it is a warning that goes unheeded by those ensnared by the Sirens' call. The contrast between the ethereal beauty of their song and the stark reality of their skeletal surroundings is a powerful visual metaphor. It screams of the destructive consequences hidden beneath a veneer of allure, serving as a grim reminder that beauty can often conceal profound danger. In the end, the Sirens of Greek mythology are far more than just monsters in a hero's journey. They are complex, multi-layered figures who embody universal themes of desire, temptation, knowledge, and the perilous nature of the unknown. Their shifting origins, their devastatingly effective song, their connection to grief and the underworld, and their defeat by a superior art form all contribute to a narrative that continues to resonate with profound psychological and philosophical depth. They are a timeless warning, a poignant reflection on the human condition, and an enduring symbol of the beautiful, dangerous allure that lies just beyond the horizon of our understanding. Their haunting melody, though ancient, continues to whisper through the ages, a powerful reminder that the greatest dangers often come wrapped in the most irresistible beauty, forever inviting us to contemplate the profound depths of our own desires and the true cost of their fulfillment. The bones on their island will forever remind us that some songs, however beautiful, are best left unheard, and some truths, however alluring, are best left undiscovered.